Hey everybody, I'm Mel. Welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about my TBR for my new series. It is the Subscription Box Reading Challenge, where I read all of the books that I get every month for my subscription boxes. So I am subscribed currently to 7 different book box subscriptions. And I don't read them, to be honest. Maybe out of a month, I'll pick up one of the books, which is really, really bad because they're just piling up and my TBR is starting to get a little insane. So I have decided that I'm going to start a new challenge where I have to read all of the books that I got for a particular month in that month. Well, not in that month, but in a month. So for this video, I'm actually going to be doing February's books in the month of April. Now, the reason I can't really do them the month after or anything like that is because I'm not able to get all the books within a timely fashion because of everything that's going on in the world with publishing and shipping and all that kind of stuff. So I figured having kind of a month or two delay would probably be best to make sure that I got all my books. So of this list right now, I'm still actually missing one, but by the time I get through at least some of this pile, it should be here. So I've got the Illumicrate, I've got Bookish Box Adult, I've got Owl Crate, I've got Fairy Loot, I've got Goldsboro Science Fiction Fantasy Fellowship, and I am missing the Bookish Box YA. In the month of March, I will also have the Fairy Loot Adult Box. So let's dive into these books and see what some of them are about. Some of them I know, some of them I've started, some of them I've already read, some of them I have no idea what they're about, so we're going to find out together. Yay! Alright, so starting off with the first one, A River Enchanted. This is the Illumicrate edition that came in the box in February. It is like an absolutely gorgeous edition with all the foiling and stuff like that. And end papers and cover. So this book I actually have started, so it's a little cheating, but I mean it's almost April, so I mean it kind of counts, right? I have school. That's my reasoning for why I'm cheating a little bit. But anyways, so this is actually I think it's a Scottish, I mean they're wearing plaids, so yeah, it's a Scottish folklore retelling, I believe, or it's based on Scottish folklore. There is a girl and a guy. The guy had left his island that has like folk magic and that sort of thing, and he went to the mainland, which is basically just like normal, no magic people. He's a bard, so he plays music. It's what he went to the mainland to do, to go to university to learn that. And he gets called home to help because on his island, within his clan, there are little girls who are going missing, and the future heir to the clan needs his help to solve the mystery. So that's as far as I know now, but so far it's really good. I'm only on like page 50, so I'm not cheating too much. But by the time I actually get a chance to read it, it will be April, so it counts. Okay, it counts. So next on the list is Electric Idols. This one by Katie Roberts. This is a really pretty edition. It is the Bookish Box Adult Edition. If you guys are not familiar, Bookish Box kind of does the smutty books for their adult editions. It's just a really pretty edition altogether. I am super excited for this one. I like a good palette cleanser every once in a while. I read a lot of fantasy, so sometimes it's nice to have like a more contemporary kind of book, but not too contemporary where I'm going to be bored out of my mind. So this is like the perfect mix because it's got some fantasy aspects, but it's more kind of mafia romance-y-ish, somewhere in that vicinity. It's I read Neon Gods, and I read it in like a day and a half. It was a really quick read, you know, if you like the romance and that kind of thing, which I do every once in a while. I like a good romance book. Just kind of gets you away from all the death and war, although there's probably death in this now that I think about it. But it follows one of Persephone's sisters. So if you know about Neon Gods, that one's about Hades and Persephone. It's a Hades and Persephone retelling. This one actually follows one of Persephone's sisters, and I believe the son of Aphrodite. Don't quote me on that, but I am super excited because the third one is about to be released soon, I think. I know that Bookish Box has the pre-sale for Neon Gods and the third one coming out, so I'm excited for those. This one is going to be a quick read, so I'm excited. This is on the TBR for the month. Next is another one that's kind of cheating. So it is the Owl Crate, Only a Monster, which is a really pretty edition. I love the cover. Let's look on the inside, dust jacket art, all of that kind of lovely stuff. And I have actually already read this. So yeah, that is going to be an issue that I found in this challenge. It's not really an issue, actually. I think it's really great because that's like one less book that I have to read. But a lot of the book boxes that I have, I get a lot of duplicate books. So this book, for example, was the January Fairy Loot book. Then it was the February Owl Crate book. And now it's going to also be the March Bookish Box book. So while I like having multiple copies of the same book because, you know, I'm a hoarder and I have fear of missing out, I'm not going to read the same exact book 3 times. So this is kind of a freebie, which I'm totally okay with. All right, next on the list, everybody was talking about. If you don't know, then where have you been? But the Fairy Loot edition of Daughter of the Moon Goddess. And that is why everyone was talking about this book. It is absolutely gorgeous. And then we have the end papers and the art on the front cover. Let me see if I can hold that better for you. The art's on the front cover. And there is nothing on the dust jacket, if I remember correctly. No. Because it's on the end papers. I really like that they're like Fairy Loot and Illumicrate. I know that they are having to do it because there's actually like printing issues, but I kind of like that they're doing it, like the end papers. I think that's gorgeous. So I don't know what this is entirely about. If I recall, it's about a girl in a celestial kingdom, like a moon kingdom kind of a thing, and her mother has been trapped or kidnapped and she's trying to save her. And that's like the journey of the story, is that she's trying to save her mother from, I have no idea. But when I read it, I will tell you all about it. But in the meanwhile, I have no idea what it's about. I think I do, but I probably don't. So don't quote me on that if I'm completely wrong. It's a really pretty book, though. Okay, last on the books that I have that I'm going to be reading in April is Goldsborough's Justice of the Kings. Now, this has the clear plastic on it, so I'm sorry if it's a little shiny. I have absolutely no idea what this book is about. Goldsborough, they have gorgeous editions, and they have an amazing selection, like an amazing selection of books. One of my favorite books that I got from them was All of Us Villains, which is literally like one of my favorite books of all time. But I have absolutely no idea what this is about, and I've seen it at Barnes & Noble, and I will be honest with you, I probably would have never picked it up on my own, which is really a good thing because that gives me an opportunity to like check out books that normally wouldn't interest me. Just shiny, sorry. Just based on like the cover, it seems more of like a epic fantasy written for like a male perspective. And it's really not something that I would find on my own. But that doesn't say that I'm not going to love it. So this is also going to be one that I'm going to be reading. Let's see what it's about. It appears that it's going to be kind of like a fantasy world where there is the Empire of the Wolves, I guess is the thing. There is an Empire of the Wolves, and this guy, which makes perfect sense because it says one Empire of the Wolf. So I guess this guy is basically trying to solve the mystery of the murder. An aristocrat was murdered, and he's solving the mystery. I guess. I have no idea. We'll find out when I read it. I'm really bad at remembering what books are supposed to be about until I read them. And then it's still questionable after I read them too. It just depends on how fresh it is in my mind. But these are the books that I currently have. There's also going to be one more book that is coming my way, and it is the Bookish Box YA edition of The Midnight Girls, which I've seen, like I said, I've seen at Barnes & Noble. I have no idea what it's about. I will post a picture of the edition right here so that you guys can check it out. I will have to look up what it's about. So, all right, let's see what The Midnight Girls is about. Since I don't have a book to read, to Goodreads we go. The Midnight Girls is roughly about two girls who are vying for the heart of a prince in a fantasy world where witches are often killed, burned, all that kind of stuff, the usual. And they're two enchantresses, and then I think while they're fighting for him, trying to win him, they end up like falling in love with each other. Something like that, perhaps. It sounds that way. I couldn't tell you, but I will tell you after I've read it. So, that is going to be a lot of books. A lot of books that I had no idea that I was going to be reading. My stack, again, minus one book. Wish me luck, everyone. This is going to be rough. But it is a good thing because I really need to dwindle down my TBR, and it just keeps getting more and more. So by forcing myself to read these, making it a full-on challenge, hopefully I'll be able to accomplish a lot more than I normally would when I just kind of throw things to the side. I will be doing a follow-up video with a review of all of the books after the end of the month. I will also kind of go over which ones I was able to get to. Hopefully I was able to get to all of them and that none of them got left behind. And then I will review each one of them. They will probably not be spoiler reviews because spoiler reviews take way too much time and detail. So they'll probably just be quick reviews since this is a lot of books. I'm nervous about this already. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Woosah. Woosah. Okay. Guys, show me some support down in the comments. Let me know that I can read all of these books because some of them are really, really thick. Like my Goodreads, I'm like 4 books behind on my Goodreads because I've got like papers and all kinds of other stuff to write. My goal is 100. 4 behind for the year. Normally I can knock out like a good 2 to 3 books. Sometimes I'll read like 3 books in a week, and sometimes I'll have so much homework that I won't read anything. So it just kind of depends. And when I do fall behind on my Goodreads reading list, I usually go for like the romance novels that I could just like run through really quickly. Those take me about a day. Some of these are kind of like epic, which are probably gonna take me longer than a day. So yeah. Help. Thank you guys for sticking with me through this challenging time. If you like my videos, please feel free to stick around, like and subscribe. I've got plenty more bookish content coming up, some more unboxings, a couple more spoiler reviews in the works. I'm also thinking about starting a new series. Was the book or the movie better? Because there are, on a rare occasion, some movies or TV shows that were better than the book. Divergent. So thank you guys, and I hope you stick around. See you soon. Bye.